out for a nice sunny stroll. Riga, Latvia. In self-sabotage coaching, sometimes you run across people that don't care. And as a self-sabotage coach, I have I think it's a 120-point questionnaire that I use with my clients. I also teach other professionals that care about the well-being of other human beings how to use that questionnaire to extract patterns in people's lives. And more times than not, you'll find people have lost their ability to care, and they don't know why. And a lot of times when you tell someone that maybe another person has lost their ability to care, you would assume that they've lost their ability to care for other people. But when you lose your ability to care, and there's ways that can be accomplished, you first lose your ability to care about yourself. And it's just like a radio tower. If you go down to your local radio station, the closer you get to the tower, the stronger the signal. And the strongest signal is at the tower. And you're the tower. The human is the tower. And if they've lost their ability to care, that belief vibration, the frequency of not caring, washes over the person themselves first and foremost. And that's really dangerous. And in regards to overcoming self-sabotage, sometimes there has to be a rehabilitation of the care factor, the care neurology, so they can actually start caring about themselves. And that, if you care about yourself, you can sort of look with a new set of eyes at what you're doing to yourself with alcohol and coffee and bread and junk food and everything like that. And you might ask, how does a human who cares? It comes as standard equipment on the human body. You're designed to care. How does the care get taken away to where people don't care what's going on in the Middle East? They don't care what's going on in the Ukraine. Well, they might think they care, but really, if you talk to them, they just parrot and repeat what they see on the news. We call these people repeaters. They basically like a TV set that's screwed into their neck, and they only tell you what the TV told them. And I tell people like that, look, if I wanted to know what the TV was saying or what lies were coming out of the TV, I'd listen to the TV myself. I don't have time to listen to you tell me lies that the TV told you. So how does someone get their care removed? Well, this is quite simple, and it's again, we go into the ancient times where there is a sort of a magic ritual called the cremation of care ritual. And the cremation of care ritual sort of got highlighted by a man named, I won't say his first name because the algorithm will pick it up, but his first initial is A, and his last name is Jones. And although he's very emotional sometimes in his presentation, he broke into a compound in California that is reserved for a special group of people, and he filmed, probably about 15 years ago, a ritual that this group of people would conduct in the woods outside the view of the regular public. And A. Jones broke in and he videotapes, remarkably, what this group calls a cremation of care ritual. Now, the cremation of care ritual was it's a mock ritual, and it's an old ritual that used to be done in real time with real people, but they've had to mock it up so that it wouldn't freak out some of the lower level group members that would come to this place. And this cremation of care ritual was sort of about the burning of something important. They'd set something on fire, and it did represent an old ritual where they would set something else on fire. And if you want to know what I'm trying to say, maybe look up the word Molesh, Molech. And Molesh used to be like a sort of dark deity, and they used to burn a certain thing in the hands or sort of in the belly of this iron effigy. It was an effigy of a bull. So it's been shown that if you expose people to trauma, to fear, to panic, to terror, their nervous system is so bewildered and confused. The natural human, not like the Netflix watching human today that loves these things, but when you get a human out of the womb and you basically slowly expose the human to these things, the average 18-year-old sees 16,000 murders by the time they're 18. And what happens is that the human neurology actually retracts, where the human neurology decides to protect itself by cremating its ability to care. And so this ancient trick of having a ritual where you expose a whole bunch of people in a town square to something horrific, and then you remove their ability to care. And then once the person's ability to care is removed, you can really have your way with that population. Now that ancient trick was moved into what you called Netflix. John Wick 1, John Wick 2, John Wick 3, John Wick 4, Equalizer 1 to 3. All these movies are there and coordinated by the black magic sorcerers in Hollywood. Even the word Hollywood, the ancient magicians, even Merlin the magician, used to have a wand made from the wood of a holly tree. And that's where we get the name Hollywood from, because they cast their black magic spells that are old, hacking the human neurology, and in this case, showing humans gore upon gore upon gore and murder upon murder upon murder on Netflix, cremating their care, shutting down their nervous system, and then the resulting human just doesn't give a shit about anything, and you can really have their way with them. Anyway, the time's almost up here. If you need more information like this, email me at info@jkristoff.com. I'll get you on my private email list. This is Jason Kristoff signing off from sunny Latvia. Thank you for listening.